Okay, and we are back. This is a new recording session because I've been trying to get back into the swing of A, playing the game, and B, figuring out, what's going to be a good length of video or whatever. So I haven't made any progress since the last episode. Let's go ahead and check out what I'm at. We have the Astora Straight Sword and the Dragon Crest Shield, which we got from the undead dragon that was on that cliffside in the last episode. The canvas talisman, the holy robe, the gloves, the trousers, that whole setup comes standard with the cleric class. We have the Estus flask, which the kind nameless knight gave to us, and these humanity and fire bombs that we found around the Firelink Shrine. I've been attempting to level up my strength, dexterity, and attunement. Or not attunement, I'm sorry, endurance. Strength and dex is enough to wield the scythe right now, but it's just not very good until we upgrade it. But I'm going to be focusing on endurance because I need the ability to wear the armor set that we're eventually going to be wearing. So the task for today is just to progress through the game to the point at which we can start acquiring what we'll be wearing for the rest of the game. And it's not very far, but we have to deal with these first few enemies. And they go down pretty good because of this sword. I need to remember how to parry. I'm not doing super good. That's okay, though. Not letting you heal. I keep catching on fire, but that's okay. Because that's not gonna hurt too much. So this is standard progression. I almost fell to my death. That is one issue with locking onto every enemy, like I like to do. Sometimes it stops what you can and can't see and what you can and can't control. But we should be okay. I just have to play a little smarter. But no, this would be considerably standard, quote-unquote, progression. Because you're intended to go to the Undead Burg first. It's where you fight your first boss and do all that good stuff. It teaches you the combat mechanics in these first encounters by giving you the same enemies we just fought, but in different setups. I guess I can go ahead and make a reference. I'm sure some of you will get it. There's a video done by the very funny and talented Ego Raptor where he talks about level design, like enemy placement. It's in his Castlevania Sequelitis, I think. I'll put a link to that in the description because I think it's really funny. Or maybe I shouldn't. I don't know what proper etiquette is on that. Look it up on YouTube. It's a funny video. Where he talks about one of the genius things about the original Castlevania is the fact that they put so much time and effort into enemy placement, into figuring out like where someone is going to go if they were to just run straight through the level without thinking, and then punishing them for it by placing enemies in inconvenient places or in places where you're more likely to encounter those enemies. And Dark Souls is very good at doing that as well. The design philosophy seems to be similar. Place enemies in such a way that anybody just running straight through and not paying attention is really going to have a hard time. They also do a lot with this really basic enemy model by giving it different weapons, different armor setups, a shield, or, you know, and they give it very identical movements to player characters. It's my personal belief that some of these first little dreggling enemies can be some of the most difficult to defeat, or some of the most difficult to plan for, because they have the ability to be so sporadic with what they can and can't do. It can be very unwise to run into a situation where they're just... oh, hey, look, a dragon. So that's a little bit of foreshadowing, too, because that dragon drops down, scares the shit out of new players, and then flies off over that battlement over there. And that's kind of the promise of Dark Souls, and that's kind of cool. It's like, hey, you know, there's a dragon. Might fight it someday, somehow. It's like I was talking about last time. Dark Souls kind of makes a covenant with its players. Like, if you can see a place, you'll probably go there. If you can see an enemy, or if you can see a thing, you can probably fight it somehow. And see, so now that we've got those enemies out of the way, here they introduce us to dudes with spears. I don't think we've seen the dudes with spears. We've seen the dudes with big shields, but they've never been paired with a spear before this. And we parry, and then boom. Smack him. Normally hitting the shield causes him to want to attack. It's how you can bait them into attacking so you can parry them. He's not really cooperating, but yeah, see, like that. And that gives us 121 souls. That's pretty good. Dark Souls will often hide little places like this behind destroyable obstacles or illusory walls that you can break. They'll hide enemies behind it too. Now that we're talking about that. Oh, I parried too late, I think? I think it was too late. Might have been too early. I'm not sure. There's nothing but a trap back there. Like, it's just a bunch of little enemies for no reward. Let's see if I have any consumable souls. I do. Because this guy has a couple things that we want to go ahead and buy. You can't really differentiate him from the other character models except for what he's wearing, because he looks very much like an undead. And that's because he's an undead merchant. But you can stop and talk to him and buy things from him.
Well, you seem to have your wits about you. Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
He's pretty funny, I guess. Alright, so he's got this chain armor that we could get if we wanted, but that's not what I'm here for. What I'm looking for personally is the Orange Guidance Soapstone, the Resonance Key, the Bottomless Box, and the Repair Box if I could afford it. But I can't afford the Repair Box yet. So I'm just going to go and get the Resonance Key. Because even though we have the Master Key, and the Master Key opens a lot of locks, there are some doors in the area that we're about to head to next that cannot be opened with anything but the Resonance Key. And then we'll buy the Guidance Soapstone. And, we got the extra things. Let's buy some more firebombs.
Thank you.
Oh, and this is nice because in later Dark Souls, like Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, and Dark Souls 3, they start restricting how many of each item you can hold at once. So it's nice that we can just buy 21 firebombs and have them to throw at stuff. Because they're actually pretty effective on most of the enemies around here. Got a wooden shield. That's not going to be as good as our crest shield for physical or fire defense, but it will be good for lightning defense, but we don't really need that right now, so we're just going to ignore it. Ooh, he jumped away. See that? Oh. Can't get away from the parry. Parries are on point. So we got a door here, but it does not open from this side. But we can see, if we position the camera correctly, there's a staircase down there somewhere. And so that means that at some point in time later, we'll be able to open up that door to give us a shortcut. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I don't think I sat at the bonfire that's over here. I've been so busy talking to myself. I did not. Bonfire. So we're going to come out here, solve this combat problem again. I think there's going to be another one coming. Yeah. See, this guy notices us from all the way down there once we get to where that archer is. Oh. Hollow warrior armor. That actually might be better than the armor that we have on. But it's definitely going to be a little heavier, so I'm not going to bother with it right now. Is there a door in there? I think there's stuff in here. It's funny what I can and can't remember of these games. Some of this stuff is pretty reactionary, and some of it's just ingrained in my brain. Black fire bombs, that's good. The black fire bombs, if I'm not mistaken, are 3 or 4 times more powerful than the regular fire bombs, so they do lots of damage. Alright, now we have a new combat problem. We have 3 guys right here that we can see, and because there were people throwing fire bombs from above us, we know that there are people on top of this roof that's behind us right now, currently. This one up here. And we can climb up this ladder to solve that problem. But since we got behind them, they don't notice us. But as soon as I attack one of them, the other 2 should aggro. So we're just going to make quick work of this one, and then try to make quick work of each of these guys before they can really try to get us. Got a Soul of a Lost Undead, got a Firebomb. That guy had an item, but he fell. He folded. Let's see if we can go get that guy's item. Because it might just be worth it just to have more firebombs. I'll try to run it back because I don't want to... Okay, yeah, he fell to some place where we can't get to him. Don't want to take up too much time with this first. See, this is an area where we needed to use the residence key. I think we can use the master key there as well, but the residence key works. So, there's some gold pine resin. Gold pine resin will apply lightning damage to whatever weapon is in my right hand. But I cannot use it with the sword that I currently have, because the sword that I currently have is already enchanted. That's just a property of the sword. That was part of the reason why we picked it up so early. Is because it's pretty powerful for this early in the game. Hollow Soldier Helm, that's not bad. Let's see if we can get these guys one at a time. I missed the parry window. That's okay. Got him that time. Okay, so let's see what this message says. Be wary of lying in ambush. Okay, so this person knows about this trap that's at the top of the stairs, which they pulled on us before, but this time it's a little different. It's a burning barrel, and he's going to kick it down, and it actually killed him. His own burning barrel killed him. I think that's another one of those perks of the, or one of those, the oddities of, I guess let's go ahead and heal up real quick, because this guy could really wreck our junk. Oh no, I wanted to get a backstab there. This is going to be much harder. Oh, I got stuck on the level geometry. Oh, this could be bad. This could be bad. I'm going to try to make it not be bad, but it could be very, very bad. Oh, roll through. Okay. Got a backstab in. As you'll notice, this guy is much, much tougher. But when we beat him, we should get some really cool stuff. Oh, no. Oh, gotta retreat. Gotta retreat and heal. I could be trying to parry him, but that could happen too. Oh, man, I'm out of healing. That was terrible. This is terrible. I should not have tried to heal there twice. Woo, he almost got me. But the reward for that was pretty sweet. It's probably not a good idea to go fight this boss right now. Oh man, I got really sloppy there. I apologize for that terrible play. Okay. So we got the blue tier stone ring. That's the first ring that we've picked up. The rings go here. Boost defense while HP is low, which that's cool. Let's see. I am a cleric and I can heal, so let's go ahead and heal up. Maybe we can do this on partial heals. I don't think I should be trying this, but I mean maybe we can. Alright, cool. We got a door and a staircase up. See, here's where the master key is useful. Now I know exactly what is at the bottom of this staircase, and we're not going to go bother with it because that guy will wreck our junk, and it will be a bad time. He's a big, heavy armored knight who can basically one-shot you. Awesome. That's actually really awesome. Because that means I should be able to level up this sword as soon as we find a blacksmith. Okay. Man, should I do this on... You know what? Let's do it. So this is a boss. It is the Taurus Demon. And little catch here is that before you start the boss fight, you can come up here and fight these guys. And as soon as you get these guys out of the way, you can go down, aggro the boss. He'll jump over that tower and come to get you. But you can run right back here, climb up this ladder, and drop on his head and do a lot of damage to him. I can't remember whether... Like, I don't know whether it would be better to do this with my scythe and some lightning. I'm going to try it with the scythe and some lightning paper, because I just can't remember. And I don't remember how long the lightning paper lasts, so we're about to find out. Here he comes. Climbing is not very fast. That's fine though, because we did what we had to do. That's a lot of damage. Can I sneak by, please? Can I sneak by? We're going to run away. We're going to let the camera auto adjust. He's going to do that. Oh no! Never seen that before. This was a mistake. Wow. I tried to roll through it and I didn't do it. Yeah, that was a huge mistake on my part. I don't know why I started that battle with no healing potions. That was stupid. I did everything wrong there. That's fine though, because that's normally what happens. And the scythe is not upgraded at all, so it's not like I can do a junk ton of damage to him right now anyway. Which is the biggest problem with why I didn't beat that last boss we were at when we were in the catacombs. Because if I'd have beaten him, I'd have got a lot of souls and I'd have been able to get this up to +5 already. Which would have really, really helped. That's fine though. We'll try it again. We'll try it again next time. So, tune back in next time when we try to beat the very first boss of the game again.